Hey everybody, just Lou. Had a lot of requests. I keep track of my energy consumption pretty religiously. Our energy company here in Jacksonville, JEA, has a website that lets us detect how much energy we're consuming and then trend that over time. I've been doing pretty well. I think I am now probably the most efficient in the reporting that they do for a house my size at the same point in time. And there's a lot that went into getting to that. My house is older, it's about 30 years old, 35 years old now. And the insulation, wasn't the greatest. And I've had requests from folks to put together a list or a document, in this case a video, of all the things that I have done. We're gonna kind of take a tour of the house. I will try to go from least expensive to most, but depending on where we're filming, I may discuss something and I'll talk about the pricing around that as well. We're in my garage. First thing we're going to start with, this is Northeast Florida, so keep in mind that most of the tips I'll be giving are for a very warm, humid environment. Air conditioning. You can hear it running in the background. It pretty much never stops. These are things that you learn as a homeowner, but you just sometimes forget to do. First things first, I just replaced this. This is a 4-inch filter. You can see it's quite dirty. The dirtier the filter is, the harder it is for the air conditioner to pull air through. The less air flows through the house, causing problems. It can also get the coils on the air conditioner dirty. So probably not a bad idea once or twice a year to pay for a professional to come service your air conditioner. That usually involves checking the load, making sure it's not pulling too many amps, making sure that the coils both inside and outside are clean, and just generally checking it out. Another thing that we do in my house, for example, our laundry room, we're not in there much. It has a small vent in it, so there's no sense paying to refrigerate that vent. So usually in the roof or on the sidewall, there's a register that you can just flip a switch on and prevent that from getting air, so air conditioning the rest of the house. Lighting is another big one. So the simplest to start with is your screw-in bulbs. I would doubt at this point you probably have incandescent bulbs in your house. Some people really prefer them and fight to find them. I think you can still buy them. Most people would probably have the spiral compact fluorescent lights or the long tube lights in the ceiling that are fluorescent. Replace all of that with LED. For example, in the garage, I have 6 lamps. I used to have 480 watts of fluorescent light in my garage. I now have the 6 LED fixtures that only use 48 watts. Links to all of this stuff, or at least the pieces for you to search for to find it, the titles to search for. I don't do affiliate links. I don't get paid. My channel's not monetized. So I'll give you items to search. The vast majority of the things that we'll talk about I bought on Amazon. So I'll give you the titles to search there. Weather stripping on windows and doors, that's another critical piece. If your house is more than 10 years old, take a look at that. It's quite easy to do. Mine has the kind with a little vertical slit through the molding, and you just pull the old out and push the new stuff in. It's very, very quickly and easy to do. If you have a fireplace in your house, yeah, I'm in Florida with a fireplace. I wish I hadn't done that. Make sure your fireplace is sealed, both in the winter if you're not using it, and for us in particular, our 99% of the time it's too hot to use. Just make sure that you've covered that over and sealed it so it's not leaking. Let's see here. One of the things that we did that was a pretty huge performance increase, you can see in the corner here, my Rude hybrid or heat pump water heater. Big difference there. So it is quite a bit more expensive. We paid a lot more for it up front than you would for a traditional electric hot water heater or propane powered heater. But we're saving every month $30. And that really tied into the reporting that I got off the electric hot water heater replaced from the government for the Energy Star guidelines. You can't really see it on this one, but this one shows it cost about $111 a year to run. My previous machine was about $500, so it's more than $30. And for me, that was a 3-year payback. Absolutely love this hot water heater. I work in my garage a lot, kind of messy right now, but the waste product from this hot water heater is it'll move the hot or the heat. Hey, we're back inside the house now. Another thing that we've done in our house on both the east and west and south facing windows is install window tinting. Whatever the darkest your homeowners association will let you get away with. On the east and west side, where really only my neighbors can see the windows, it's the platinum colored or silvered window tint that reflects the most heat. Out front, I have a very dark window tinting, but it's not silvered or reflective, which seems to make my neighbors a little bit happier. So we've went ahead and done that. If you look at the fixture in the ceiling, that way, that fixture, I replaced the fluorescent light bulbs with compact fluorescence. It's an upgrade kit. So we've been able to really cut the electric usage by that device as well. I think that's all we have for the kitchen. Hey everybody, we're back in our spare bedroom, and this is a Midea U-shaped air conditioner. It's an inverter based air conditioner that's very efficient. This is an interesting approach that some people have taken. This air conditioner can keep a room, you know, 8x10, 8x12 room, very cool. And then you can turn the air conditioner up in the rest of your house, saving a little bit of money. There are a lot of people all over the state of Florida that are using these air conditioners as 1 or 2 room cooling devices and then leaving their whole house air conditioner turned way up. So it's another approach. They are a little pricey. This unit is about $470. So it's quite a bit more expensive than your typical unit. But it's running now and you can't hear it. That's kind of one of the nice advantages. The vast majority of the technology hangs in the outside of the unit. And it's also going to depend on your homeowners association if they'll let you have one of these. I'll put a link to a video. This one actually isn't plugged in the house. It's running off of a solar panel right now. So pretty cool stuff. But that's quite a bit more expensive, and that doesn't really fit with the theme of this approach. Thanks. Hey everybody, we're outside now. One of the things with an older house like this in Florida, it's been painted 3 or 4 times, and me and the people that have painted it for me have probably missed a few times and sprayed paint in the soffit vents. So this vent up here needs to be open to allow air to circulate in the attic and cool the roof, and mine were all painted shut. So I found a company that can make these small soffit screens. I cut the old painted shut ones out, put these in, and it's really helped with the attic. I also purchased an attic whole house attic vent and installed that myself. It was a couple of $100, and that's gotten my attic from about 165 degrees peak to right now the worst I've seen so far this year, and it's been pretty hot in Florida, is 125. So much better insulation. Or much better cooling. I also upgraded the insulation in my attic. I had a company come in and put in some more blown-in insulation, and that's helped quite a bit as well. Okay, so you might hear a little bit of echo. We're in the bathroom for one of the places that tends to collect a lot of humidity and moisture. And we have here in Florida attic or bathroom vents. My problem with our vent was it tended to get left on. Exactly, it was horrible. And that vent, when it was left on, would pump cold air from the house outside. Exactly, that's horrible. Very uncomfortable for kitties. So what I did was installed a bathroom vent timer. So, exactly. So this timer is set, and you can run it for anywhere from 5 to 60 minutes. So that you don't leave the vent on and pump all your air conditioning outside of the house. Right, Mustang? Exactly. Thank you. Hey everybody, I'm in the house again. What I've got here is a really cool device. It's called a kilowatt, and you can plug it into the wall and then plug whatever appliance you want to use into it, and it will keep track of how much energy that is using. If you enter what your cost per kilowatt hour is, it'll actually tell you how much money you spent on that particular appliance. Very handy tool, especially if you don't have really good reporting from your power company about the power that you're using. You can track it down to individual appliances. The other thing that I purchased that really ranges anywhere from $100 to $200 is a FLIR, forward-looking infrared camera, and it allows you to see and take pictures of heat and cool areas. So I used that to check my entire house, and what I found was in the roof, or the area between the attic and my roof, some of the wall board had pulled away and was leaking super hot air into the house. It was horrible. I was able to go up there and caulk all of that and seal it up so that we don't have those leaks anymore, and that's been a huge help in improving our energy efficiency in the house. Well, I think that's about it. One more thing. By using devices like this, although not on a dryer, in my reporting, I've discovered that the last huge energy consumer in my house is the dryer. So I've been looking at a variety of different approaches, some of which are better than others. The first approach would be getting a more efficient heat pump type dryer. Those have been reviews have been mixed on those, especially longevity. They tend to clog with lint. GE Profile has a new all-in-one dryer that just came out around July 4th, and that one is promising but very new. So what we're going to do is wait to see how that one performs. I'll put the name in the description so you can take a look at it yourself. There's millions of reviews out there on YouTube, and you can decide for yourself. But that one's kind of promising. It's an all-in-one. So you put your clothes in, it washes them, it dries them, and then it's done, which is pretty slick. So that's the next thing that we're taking a look at. So that's it. That's all of the things I've done in my house. Hopefully you'll find a few tips in there that are useful for you. This was done for one particular person who specifically asked for a list, so I hope that helped you out. And I think that's it. Thanks, everybody.